Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Kishwar Zubair and today I'm gonna talk about A Walk to Remember, the book and the movie. Inspired from Nicholas Sparks' little sister's life, this novel is a simple love story of Landon Carter and Jamie Sullivan, both of them being 17 years old high school students. Landon and Jamie are two completely different personalities, Landon being the only son of a rich congressman and hence falls into the category of popular good-looking kids. He is irresponsible, careless, and kind of shallow. He cares too much what other people think about him, and he fears being ridiculed by his friends. While Jamie is totally opposite. She is simple, quiet, kind, innocent, and friendly. She is very religious. She carries a Bible wherever she goes. She takes care of her father and help out at the local orphanage. She's kind of content with her life and don't care much about what other people think of her. So basically, she was perfect and totally different from Landon, and that was the reason that despite knowing her since preschool, Landon never really noticed Jamie or tried to be her friend or anything. But fate had different plans for them. Destiny brought Landon and Jamie together and they unexpectedly falls in love. But sadly, they were not meant to be together forever, and something happens which changed their lives forever. And to know that little secret, you got to read the book or watch the movie. This book was turned into a coming-of-age romantic drama film in 2002 and most people loved it and claimed it to be better than the book. But I disagree. Though the story of the movie is quite similar to the novel, overall the film is quite different. And it's not like it's a bad film, it's a good movie. I liked it, but I like the book more. I find the movie to be a bit shallow. It doesn't have the same magic and depth as the book. Plus, I have seen so many American young adult movies like this one before, so it didn't create the same effect on me like it did on some people. And the most important thing is that I read the book before watching the movie, which kind of killed the surprise, I guess. There are many differences between the book and the movie, but let's only talk about the important ones. While the novel is set in late 50s, the movie setting was changed to late 90s and early 2000s to make it more appealing for the modern younger audience. Also, there was a subplot in the movie where Jamie had a bucket list that Landon helped her to complete, like having a tattoo or be in two places at once, etc. etc. No such thing was present in the book. I mean, yes, there were a few things that Jamie wanted to do, but they were more selfless, like helping at the local orphanage or doing something special on Christmas for the orphan kids. I told you she was an angel. Landon's tumultuous relationship with his father and its reasons were also changed in the movie, and it was something that was portrayed in the movie better. Now let's talk about the characters in a bit more detail, as the setting of the movie was changed from the 50s to the 90s. The story and the characters were also made more contemporary to lure modern teens. Shane West played Landon Carter in the movie and his behavior was worse in the movie than it was in the novel. To be honest, I didn't find Landon to be a bad boy while I was reading this book. Yes, he was not the brightest, sweetest kid in the classroom, but he was not mean. He was a softie, nice and helpful. He just was in the bad company. While in the movie, he was the bad guy. Yes, he did a few things through which we learn that he is good at heart, but he was still mean. But yeah, that whole plot of Jamie turned me into a better human being or my life was saved because of this one girl is much more believable because Landon actually develops into a much more compassionate and mature man, while in the book he already was, kind of. In the same way, changes were made in Jamie's character. She wasn't portrayed like an angel in the movie. Yes, she was nice and simple, but she wasn't too nice. She wasn't too selfless. She wanted a few things for herself, and it isn't a bad thing. It's just different from the original source, and I like the bookish version of Jamie more. And though Shane and Mandy did a good job in the movie and the chemistry between them was strong, I didn't find them to be perfect as Jamie and Landon, because while I was reading this book, I imagined these characters to be really sweet and innocent, while on the contrary, Shane and Mandy are quite hot, like they're really hot. I mean, I somehow digested Shane as Landon, but Mandy as Jamie, that girl was looking beautiful even in a ponytail and sweater. In the book, Jamie was portrayed as neither beautiful nor ugly, and it was her qualities that Landon appreciated and fell for. And it was something that was missing from the movie. In the book, they spend a lot of time together before they actually fall in love, while the movie was, as usual, rushed. Also, this book have elements of faith in it. One of the reviewers on Goodreads called it a Christian fiction, and I came across this term for the very first time. But even if you're not a Christian, even if you are not interested in these stuffs, you are going to enjoy this book, because this book is not just about Christianity. It's more about having hope and faith in life, and it's all about trusting God and His plans. But of course, these elements were not present in the movie, and the filmmakers stick to the love angle only. There are many characters in the book that are also present in the movie, and though their depiction was changed, I like them all. Each and every character shares a beautiful bond with one another, whether it's Landon's relationship with his mother, or Jamie's relationship with her father, or Landon's tumultuous bond with his own father, or even Jamie's father. Everything and everyone is really sweet, and each and every character is really nice, particularly in the book. Now let's talk about the writing. Nicholas Sparks is the biggest name in romance genre, and now I understand why. The way he dealt with such a simple little story is just remarkable. Although the story is quite typical, with a bad boy falling for a good girl and a cliche plot of a man doing just anything for the sake of love, but Nicholas Sparks successfully created a deep impact on my heart with his writing. The story honestly is unbelievably believable. There is nothing spectacular or unique about this book. There are no life-changing or groundbreaking moments other than the climax or the ending, which isn't too dreamlike either. It is somewhat believable, and that's the beauty of this book, that it takes ordinary movement and it makes it look beautiful, and it makes us fall in love. The amount of emotions this book evoked in me is just remarkable. I smiled, I cried, I laughed, and I fall in love. It is so far one of the best romance novel I have ever read. Sadly, the movie doesn't have the same spark, or that's what I felt. You may disagree with me. Overall, it's a simple, emotional, heartwarming, heart-melting, heart-touching, heart-wrenching love story that will make you ugly cry. It is an easy read with quiet setting, uncomplicated plot, and simple story that you can finish in a day or two. It is also so far one of the hardest book for me to review, because I was actually struggling to find the proper words to appreciate the pure emotions that this book holds. I totally recommend this book. You may also watch the movie if you want, but I'll advise you to read the book first. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, and don't forget to comment down your thoughts in the comment section, and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you next time with a new video. Till then, take care of yourself. Goodbye.